A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In recent days, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, has come under fire for its controversial deportation practices that have led to the separation of families, including U.S. citizens. Two heart-wrenching cases have emerged, sparking outrage and raising critical questions about the legality and morality of these actions. The first case involves a Cuban-born mother who was deported, leaving behind her 1-year-old daughter. The second case highlights a 2-year-old U.S. citizen girl who was deported alongside her Honduran-born mother. Both incidents occurred during routine check-ins at ICE offices, where individuals expected to maintain their legal status were instead met with unexpected detentions. Lawyers representing the affected families have expressed deep concern over the lack of due process afforded to their clients. In both cases, individuals were arrested and deported within days, often with little opportunity to consult with legal counsel or communicate with their families. A federal judge in Louisiana has raised alarms regarding the deportation of the 2-year-old girl, questioning whether the government followed proper protocols. The judge has scheduled a hearing to investigate the circumstances surrounding the deportation, emphasizing the need for transparency and accountability in these actions. The American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, and other advocacy groups have condemned these deportations as shocking abuses of power. They argue that the government is prioritizing speed over justice, often disregarding the fundamental rights of individuals, including U.S. citizens. In one instance, the father of the 2-year-old girl insisted that he wanted his daughter to remain in the U.S., contradicting claims made by ICE that the mother desired her deportation. The lack of thorough investigation into these claims raises serious concerns about the integrity of the deportation process. In a separate incident in Florida, a Cuban-born woman named Heidi Sanchez was detained during a scheduled ICE check-in and subsequently deported to Cuba just 2 days later. Sanchez, who is still breastfeeding her daughter, has been described by her lawyer as a non-criminal with a strong case for remaining in the U.S. on humanitarian grounds. However, ICE allegedly refused to accept legal paperwork contesting her deportation, indicating a troubling trend where individuals are removed without proper consideration of their circumstances. The emotional toll of these deportations is palpable. Families are left shattered, struggling to cope with the sudden and forced separation. Carlos Uniel Valle, the husband of Heidi Sanchez, shared his anguish in a social media post, stating, "They separated a girl from her mother. They killed a mother, a father, and the future of a girl while she was still alive." The distress felt by families like Valle's is a stark reminder of the human cost of these immigration policies. Critics of the Trump administration's immigration enforcement have pointed to these incidents as evidence of a broader pattern of aggressive and often unlawful deportation practices. Many argue that the administration's focus on mass deportations has led to the targeting of individuals with valid immigration statuses, including those who have been living in the U.S. for years without incident. Representative Kathy Castor, a Florida Democrat, criticized the current immigration enforcement tactics, calling for a system that reflects humane values rather than one that tears families apart. She emphasized the need for smarter border security and expanded legal pathways for immigrants seeking to build their lives in the U.S. As the legal battles unfold, the future for families caught in this turmoil remains uncertain. While some legal representatives are exploring avenues for humanitarian parole to bring deported individuals back to the U.S., the challenges ahead are daunting. The heartbreaking stories of families like that of Heidi Sanchez and the 2-year-old girl serve as a rallying cry for advocates fighting for immigration reform and the protection of human rights. The emotional and psychological impacts of these deportations extend far beyond the individuals directly affected. Children left behind face significant trauma and instability as they grapple with the absence of a parent who has been abruptly removed from their lives. The long-term consequences of such separations can have lasting effects on their development and well-being. As the nation grapples with these complex issues, it is imperative that lawmakers and advocates come together to seek solutions that prioritize family unity and uphold the rights of all individuals, regardless of their immigration status. The stories of those impacted by ICE's actions should serve as a catalyst for change, prompting a re-evaluation of policies that prioritize enforcement over compassion and justice. The road ahead may be challenging, but the fight for a fair and humane immigration system continues. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.